Start by addressing the elephant in the room. I have done my eye makeup a little different today. Maybe this is the start of a short wing era. They're cute. I don't know, I like them. I recently posted a video about my Magic the Gathering Wrapped for the year, talking about all the decks I've played and stuff, and I got a lot of comments about the bag that I showed very briefly that I used to house all of my Commander decks. So I thought I would go through it, because there's a lot of things I like about this bag, and give you a sort of a what's in my bag trend sort of video, but with my Commander bag. So this is the bag in question. It's quite big, barely fits in with me, but it does. It is actually not a Magic specific bag. It's actually designed for D&D. So I don't have them in here right now, but there are a couple of slots or a couple like dividers with Velcro on the sides that you can put in there so that you can fit your different books in there and binders and stuff. But I have taken those out and I put Commander decks in. So this was actually a gift I got for my birthday a few years ago. It's one of those things where you put it on your wish list and it's kind of pricey and you don't really expect anyone to get it for you, but I mean, if they did, it'd be pretty nice. So my parents did get this for me and I've used it pretty much every single week since I've started playing Tuesday Commander at my local game store. On the front, I have, of course, all of my pins. I've been collecting them at the different cons that I've gone to. I have the event-specific pins from 2 Las Vegas Magic Cons as well as the Chicago one, and the Orzhov pin one is the only pin I got from my first ever Magic Con, which was Minneapolis. A lot of the other ones are Pinfinity pins, which they're actually really cool. You can use an app to view them with a special camera that makes them kind of come to life and be animated. At the bottom here on the front, you can see it's got a couple of loops that I think this is like you're intended to put a map case in here for like a map like a dry erase map or something for D&D. I have a playmat holder in there that I have covered with a bunch of stickers from my favorite creators. Over the years, I've also I've run out of room on there, so I've also moved to my quiver. And that is also, all of these, or most of all of these, came from Vegas this year, with a couple I had got in CubeCon just like the week before. So moving on to the pockets of this thing. It has a snap front. I don't have a good way to show it. I'm getting my arm workout in for today. The front flap where I have all my pins flips up, and we've got a couple of zippers here. The top zipper comes up for a little spot to keep D&D minis, which I do have minis in here still from when I was playing D&D with my high school friends back during COVID. And now I keep them in there because I used to play with people who played a lot of dungeons, and the smaller minis, like I have a little gnome wizard here, is a right size for tracking your progress through the dungeon. The biggest pocket is where I keep all of my decks, as well as my dice. So right now I have, how many decks do I have in here? I have them basically wall to wall on the bottom. I have two layers of decks. So on the bottom there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the top there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 and 5 is 13. I have 13 decks in here, as well as a dice bag, which I have a few dice bags about, as well as dice just being loose all over. This is my Magic specific dice bag as opposed to my D&D dice bag, which is in my D&D bag, which is separate from this bag, even though this bag is designed to be a D&D bag. This one is mostly the big spin downs that you get from the fat packs, which are what these boxes are. Spin downs, I've got my dice from CubeCon, my rainbow dice from CubeCon, and some like +1, -1 dice. In addition to a main pocket and a mini pocket, this one also has 2 side pockets and a front pocket. This side pocket, this one I believe, nope, this is the empty one. This one, I made a TikTok about it a million years ago. I used to call the muffin pocket because on my way into town to play Magic on Tuesdays, I would stop at Quick Trip, I'd grab a soda, and I'd grab one of the big muffins that they have in the bakery, and that would be my dinner. And I would take the muffin and I would shove it into this pocket. So that used to be the muffin pocket. The other one is where I keep my tokens and my dry erase markers. So I have this token case where it's just like one of the hard cases when you order cards online. If you buy a bunch of them, they'll send them. In this case, I have a bunch of infinite tokens that I can turn into any token I want, but I also keep tokens that I use often, like treasure tokens. I have my Jurassic Park one in here, as well as some made by creators that I've gotten at different conventions. Vampires, zombies. I don't know the last time I've used this, but I do still have my Drake tokens in here that I guess there's only one. There used to be 3 of them that I made myself. Yeah, so it's mostly just the tokens, existing tokens for cards that like common tokens that I'm using a lot. Like I run a spiders deck, so I have an actual spider token in here, but a lot of the times I do just use the infinite tokens because they're just so handy. And then I have glued a Pokemon card of Among Us onto the front cover because I thought it was funny. And a good 75% of what I do because I think it's funny. That's how I got my career. That's how I started my content creation career, is that I thought I was funny. Front pocket, I don't actually know if I have anything. Oh, I have my quarter containers because usually I'll go to the game store and I'll buy a soda, which is $1.50, and then I'll use my quarters. I have Living Lectern. Don't know why that's in here. There are more cards in here. I have a Twitching Doll, which was a promo card I got at the last Commander night I played at, and then some mountains. Usually if I buy packs at the game store, I'll stick them in this pocket because there's a smaller pocket inside. There's like a mesh pocket, zipper pocket, so I can put them in there and zip them up and I know they're safe. I don't want like loose, as I say with loose cards floating around my bag, I don't want too many loose cards floating around my bag. Yeah, it's got a strap with a nice shoulder pad thing because when your bag is heavy, like mine is, having all those decks in it, it is nice to have it not cut into your shoulder as well. Got another pin on here, and yeah, honorable mention, I already did mention it, but if I'm going to like a friend's house or somewhere where I don't want to take the whole bag, I will take my quiver, which I can fit like 3 commander decks in here. It also has a pocket up here that zips, and it comes with dividers. I like to stick the whole box in there, like the whole deck box in, but there are dividers that if you don't want to have them in a deck box, you can put them, and it's the same kind of Velcro into the soft inside that the other one has, and then you just throw it over your shoulder and you're ready to go. I take a different bag when I go to play sealed with other stuff in it because I use different things, and I definitely don't need all of these decks if I'm doing just like a pre-release or something. So that's a look in my commander bag. I will have the things that I remember to link down below if you want to grab your own. If you want to peek at my D&D bags or a look at what I take to other events like pre-releases, I can definitely go into that. Just let me know down in the comments. And if you have any suggestions for other kind of Magic adjacent gear that I should have with me for my everyday Magic outings, let me know about those in the comments too. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon because I have a lot of exciting things planned. Until then, wishing you turn 1 soul rings in all of your commander matches. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.